Ryan Bedo here with Matt Szczur, Cubs prospect, Peoria Chiefs outfielder. Matt, thanks for joining me and taking a couple minutes.
No problem.
Let's take us back to when this all started here. Baseball or football, you get drafted by the Cubs in the 5th round. You play a little bit for the Chiefs last year included. You go back, you play a little football. What was the deciding factor when you decided to play baseball over football?
Well, I mean, a big factor was, in the summertime playing with Boise and playing with the Chiefs, I got my feet wet a little bit and was able to experience minor league baseball just so, it'll help my decision easier in the long run, if I want to do the same thing I did in the summer or, continue to play football. In football, I had a couple injuries that, helped make a decision, which was, very easy. And then, the lockout, of course, that wasn't didn't even think about that. But,
worked out well.
Obviously now, it's worked out well for me, and I couldn't have chosen anything better.
I asked this to Austin Kirk a minute ago. I asked this to most of the Cubs prospects that I talked to. I know come draft day, you just want to be drafted and you want to go as early as possible. But at the same time, does it make it more special when a team with the kind of tradition and history that the Cubs have that draft you as opposed to, a team, maybe a lesser market team, even though the Cubs don't have this great winning tradition, does it make it better that you were drafted a team like the Cubs?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, like the tradition, as you said, Wrigley sells out almost every game, and it's awesome to be a part of this organization. And it's awesome to be a part of, maybe, one day getting up to the big leagues and helping win a first World Series or World Series and however long they've been. And that would be, that's the dream right there. That's what everybody in the organization and everybody in the minor leagues is trying to do. We compete and, you see more and more guys are getting moved up, and it's just because, they all work hard. It's nothing, it's a great organization to be in.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off that, you took the words right out of my mouth. A few years ago, the Cubs were a team that, they were towards the top of the National League, a lot of veterans on the club. The last year and a half, we've seen a lot of young guys come through the system and make their debuts. 4 guys have made their major league debut that were on this Chiefs team 2 years ago. Is that encouraging for you as a player to see some of your peers that you've gone through minor league camp at Fitch Park in Arizona break through and get to the major leagues, even though you're still a few levels away?
Right, yeah, of course. I was just going to say that, being in the same line with DJ LeMahieu or hanging out with Tony Campana, it's awesome to see those guys up there and doing so well. And it's more or less, like you said, they're doing it, so you can do it. You see their work ethic, and that's what you got to try to model what they do, and that's what I try and do. I watch Tony Campana every day in minor league and minor league camp, and I just tried doing everything he did. No matter what it was, I just tried to model his approach and epitomize it a little bit.
I'm sure you get asked about this all the time, but I'm going to ask you about it anyway. A few years ago, you donated bone marrow to a baby. Can you tell us a little bit about that, your thought process around that, and how that really affected your life?
It's once I found out that I was going to have to donate, and it was during football season. I almost had to miss a game, but it ended up getting pushed back, and I had to miss 10 Big East baseball games. But I wouldn't change it for anything. As soon as I found out, my goal was this girl's going to survive with my stem cells, my bone marrow, and it was a great experience. It did change my life just because I'm out here working. Sometimes it's hard. You're going through a grind, so sometimes you think you ask yourself, should I be going harder or stuff like that, or if I'm having a bad day, and then you see something like that, their family, their daughter might die, and I just try and every time I'm feeling down or tired or anything, I think about the less fortunate and the people that are like that. So
let's look at this team real quick. You've been leading off. You're having a very good year. Where do you attribute most of your success offensively this year, hitting towards the top of the Midwest League leaderboard and being in the leadoff spot for the Chiefs?
Definitely the teammates. This is one of the best teams I've ever been a part of, and everybody gets along. It's great to be on a team. Everybody hits. Everybody, we're a very aggressive team. We like to run a lot. We like to, Casey's a great manager. He's always, thinking about something we can do, something that we can do little wise, hit and run and stuff like that to help out the team and put guys in scoring position. I think that helps out a lot. Liking who you play for, loving what you do, and having a great team.
Knowing that success, is it difficult at times to not think about the next step and not think about what's going on in the Florida State League or Daytona when you've had the success that you've had at this level?
To be honest with you, I haven't thought about it once. I know it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I don't even think about moving up to the next level. I mean, obviously it would be good, but I worry about day by day, making sure my bats are good, or if I'm playing in the field, or we're trying to get W's here. I can't worry about something out in Daytona.
Last thing, Matt, and then I'll let you go. Are you looking forward to the All-Star game next week in Quad Cities?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. My family's coming out. It's
Nice.
going to be. We have 7 guys in it. It should be a good time.
All right, well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate the time.
Hey.
That's Peoria Chiefs outfielder Matt Szczur here on mycubs.com.